2 Thessalonians 2, verses 10 and 11. Because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe the lie. Acts 12, verse 4. And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison, and delivered him to 4 quaternions of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people. The word Easter, the celebration of Easter, it's an abomination. It's a false god that does not belong in the Bible. Pesach, Passover, is what the Hebrews celebrated or observed during this time. The fact that Easter is in there is an abomination in the King James Version of the Bible. King James would burn women alive. He was a bisexual that burned women alive. In this translation, his book was called Demonology. That's the book that he wrote. Strong delusion. I'm hearing gunfire right now as I'm reading this. Yes, gunfire. In Genesis 6, there were Nephilim, giants, before the flood. In Genesis 7, the next chapter, all creatures other than Noah and the clan were annihilated by the flood. And after the flood, in Numbers 13, the Nephilim, the giants, appear again. In 1 Samuel 28, Saul inquired of the Lord but received no answer. 1 Chronicles 10, Saul died for not inquiring of the Lord. 1 Samuel 31, Saul killed himself by falling on the sword. 2 Samuel 1, Saul at his own request was slain by Amalekites, so he dies again at that point. 2 Samuel 21, Saul was killed by the Philistines on Gilboa. 1 Chronicles 10, Saul was slain by God, so he dies multiple times. How did he die? Which is the right truth in this? 2 Samuel 24, the Lord inspired David to take the census. In 1 Chronicles 21, Satan inspires the census. So that's a contradiction right there. 2 Samuel 24, the census count of Israel is 800,000 and Judah 500,000. 1 Chronicles 21, the census count of Israel was 1,100,000 and Judah was 470,000. So the numbers are different. And God never makes mistakes in math or grammar, or he's not the author of confusion. Let's put it that way. And 2 Samuel, David sinned by taking the census. In 1 Kings, David was only thought to have a sin because of what he did to Uriah, sending him off to the front lines. And he was killed, and then he slept with Bathsheba. Now, I'm not a judge, especially a judge of a king, but I mean, that I don't know exactly if that was a sin. It seems like it was, but I'm not judging a king and what he's done, because somebody has to go to the front lines. So, and he did send him there, and after she became a widow, he slept with her. So I don't know if that's a sin. It seems pretty horrible, but I don't know. Matthew and Mark, immediately following Jesus' baptism, he spent 40 days in the wilderness resisting the temptations of the devil. The devil offered him the world and he refused. John 2, 3 days after the baptism, Jesus was at a wedding in Cana. So that's you can't, that doesn't pan out. Matthew 4, is a story about choosing Peter as a disciple, and Luke is a totally different story, and John is another story. So the truth can't be three. There's only one truth. This is delusion. This is confusion, and it's not of God. The first verse of John: in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And that's powerful. I mean, God and the Word. And this is what I'm talking about. He wouldn't represent himself with confusion and error. But you have to look deeper into these scriptures, and you'll find truth. These are some examples. In John 21, the 153 fish that were caught. 153 is the 17th triangle number. In Acts 27, the number 276, souls saved from the storm, and that is the 23rd triangle number. And here's the formula up here, triangle number formula, and this is how it actually pans out. 276 is the answer. And then 666, the number of a man in Revelation 13 verse 18. This is the 666 is the 36th triangle number. The 37th triangle number 703 equals "and the earth" in Genesis 1 verse 1 in Hebrew. The 73rd triangle number 2701 equals Genesis 1 verse 1 in Hebrew. So we see that 666 times 3 is 1998. That's the number of units that create the top half of the unit geometry. So 666 times 6 is 3,996. That is the number of units that create the star, the wisdom star that embraces the 541 units of the Israel star, the 10th star number. So this is just a sample of the divinity, the divine order out of the chaos of the Bible. The first verse of John: in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, having a sum total Greek letter value of 3627. This Genesis 1 verse 1 Bereshit, the very first word of the Bible, the story of Jesus, and the meanings of each symbol. In the beginning, Bereshit Elohim, sum total 999, created the heavens. 999 is the sum total Gematria value of that line. 999 plus 999 is 1998. That equals half of the number of units that create the wisdom star of 3,996 units. And the earth, 703, we saw that earlier, how that's a triangle number. 2701 is the sum total Gematria, which is star number 37 times star number 73. And they're also triangle numbers. 37 times 73 is 2701, and it forms the unit geometry, the signature holograph of a divine order. 2,701 units of the Genesis Hebrew Genesis 1:1, matching together with the Greek Isophia value of John 1 verse 1 of 3627, together 6,328 units, 6,328. That's the anagram of 2368, and that equals a lot of Greek isotropy value, as well as the name Jesus Christ in Greek. having a value of 2,368. The anagram numbers of the unit geometry that's formed here in the Hebrew and Greek. 2701 is the 73rd triangle number, and 3627 is the 112th triangle number. The unit geometry that we observed earlier, John 1 verse 1 in Greek and Genesis 1 verse 1 in Hebrew, having a sum total of units that form the triangle of 6,328. The anagram of 6328, 2368, the same four numbers. God always uses these anagrams. But Jesus Christ has a Greek isophia value, Jesus Christos, of 2,368. But this also has a Greek isophia letter value of 2368. Jesus, the true Passover, is the strong delusion that I began the video with, that had Easter in place of Pesach, Passover in Greek. Of course, the New Testament was written in Greek, not Hebrew. The Old Testament was written in Hebrew. Pesach has a Greek isophia value of 882. 8 plus 8 plus 2 equals 18, which is the value for chai, het yud in Hebrew. 18. Chai means life. In Hebrews 8 verse 8, the days are coming, declares the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the people of Israel. In Greek, the sum total, letter value, 2368. The Messiah, the Lord of the truth, has a sum total Greek letter value of 2368. The Logos in Greek has a Greek isophia value of 373. The marriage of 37 and 73. Remember that 37 times 73 equals 2701, the value for Genesis 1 verse 1. God uses all these different codes and ways, and the Logos, it's a divine order using the quadrivium and the trivium. It's a spectacular thing that none of these preachers are teaching, or I don't even think they know about. But here's another example. In John 15 verse 17, there's exactly 37 Greek letters in this verse, John 15:17. And John 15:17 reads, "These things I command you, that ye love one another." Logos, it's the word. Every time you see the word, it's the Greek logos. The New Testament was written in Greek, not Hebrew. Lambda 30, Omicron 70, Gamma 3, Omicron 70, Sigma 200. The alchemical marriage of 37 and 73. The Logos is a divine order. The Word is God. Star number and triangle number 37 is the 12th prime number. 73 is a star number and a triangle number as well. It's the 21st prime number. These are anagram numbers, and when you sum them together, they have a sum total of 33, which is the number of miracles performed in the New Testament of the Bible. Jesus was 33 when resurrected from the grave, and it all happened when he was crucified and died for your sin debts and was resurrected on Passover. It was in the year 33. The only Son in Hebrew has a sum total Hebrew Gematria letter value of 37. RFID microchip implant using the English septenary cipher, sum total letter value 73. Nephilim, the fallen angels, the giants, having a sum total letter value of 37. King, sum total is 16. Queen, sum total is 21. 21 and 16 has a value of 37. 37 is the third star number, and the logos being 373, the king and the queen coming together to form the 3773 of the logos. Here I am in Hebrew. Sum total Hebrew Gematria letter value is 73. Let those who love your salvation say continually, the Lord be magnified. The Lord be magnified in Hebrew. Sum total Hebrew Gematria letter value is 73.